We are going live. We are live. Hello, 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 hello. Just in case
Hello.
you missed the first few hellos.
Hello. Hello.
Oh, too funny.
Hello down under.
And hello
Hello there.
over there. So this is another Trans-Pacific broadcast as a part of our Trans-Pacific Partnership. And just let me say it again, we're here today to talk about a new Trans-Pacific initiative, which is 4i's very first challenge. So this is a challenge which Dr. Tom will be leading, and we'll tell you the specifics of in just a moment. But essentially, what is a challenge? Why are we doing it? And what would you benefit from by participating in it? Well, a challenge is essentially a sort of a sample of what you would experience working with us in a small group. This is very much how we normally work. We do one-on-one stuff, but most of our work is in small facilitated groups or teams. And a challenge is taking a specific topic and working with a group, and in this instance, these are open groups. You just need to sign up so that we can send you the registration details for the calls and the prompts, and also some of the worksheets and so on that you're going to use. And then you show up with the same group of people at the same time every day for 5 days. So it is a 5-day challenge. And essentially, you are going to do the work over those 5 days to progress from day 1 to day 5 so that you can meaningfully apply something in your life and leadership that is going to benefit you. That is our objective. That is what we aim to create and essentially to give you in the course of a challenge. Now, this first challenge is free, and Dr. Tom is just in a moment going to tell you all about it. Future challenges will not be free. They will be some cost, low cost. We are trying to make these as accessible to everyone as we can. We're trying to get the timing and the frequency so that Trans-Pacific participant groups can work together. So we'll see how we go with that. But essentially, this is pretty exciting. I'm really, really curious as to how this is going to go. And I really hope that this is going to be our opportunity to bring what we do and who we are to help and impact far more people, essentially. Tom, have I missed anything, or would you reframe anything that I've said so far?
No, I would not. But I will.
Okay, good. Do you want to give us some of the detail about this first challenge and what you're doing?
Yes, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
You have a technical challenge?
Yeah, so one of the things this is going to be our first challenge. It's launching next week. This week we'll be talking every day on the podcast about what's coming up next week. But part of this is because it's our first, we're having to test out the different platforms, and we're having to test out how things work and connect everything. And so Tim, maybe while I'm talking about the next part, you can look on your Facebook group and determine, I don't see it on the Facebook group or where it's showing up. It is showing up on my live feed in Facebook. So hello, everybody in my live feed. Looks like it's in the 4i leadership group. Somebody saying, hey there, somebody saying, hi guys on Facebook. I couldn't find either. So maybe you can do that while I introduce the challenge. You good? You good?
Yeah, I'm on it. I'll have a look.
All right, fantastic. All right, so welcome. The 5-day How to Conquer Stress Challenge. All right, this is what I've been working on since I entered my doctoral program. I knew when I went into my doctoral program that I wanted to do something that was going to make a difference. I got it later in my years, and so I looked at what is going to make a difference when I come out. And so I studied in my organizational leadership, virtual work and stress, because I know and I have experienced what high amounts of stress does to myself, does to a team, does to me, to people around me. And so I knew I wanted to concentrate on that because I knew that would keep me interested and I'd want to do that. So through all of that, and over the last 3 years, Tim and I have created this stress program or I've created the stress program, and Tim said, well, what about this? What about that? What about that? Which is great. And what's been fantastic is now we're finally at the point where we can launch it. And this is going to be a test week for us, but it's going to be a huge value to you. Because what this week does is we're going to walk through step by step how to unball all that stress that you're feeling. Because with your, when I worked with one of the people we know who was in chronic stress, he's working with a therapist in clinical state. But what I helped him do was, in a practical way, helped him separate his stresses out. For people who are in lighter stress modes, same thing. How to separate stress out, because here's the deal. Stress is reciprocal. We bring stress into work, and stress gives us work. Or stress gives us work. Work gives us stress. How about that? But it's true. Work gives us stress. And it could be good stress, it could be bad stress, it could be challenging stress, it could be anything. So what this week is going to do is help you separate that out. Work gives us stress. How about that? And I can hear you, Tim, in the background. So it's all right. Well, we don't know. You're testing it out. So what I'm going to do on the first day is, one, explain this and say, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to walk through how to unball stress, name it, define it, and lay out its importance to you, how, whether you need support, how to go about, how to prioritize it, all of that fun stuff. But the brilliance of it is you're going to end up knowing what is an individual stress, what is yours, what is the home stressors, what are the work stressors, how we separate them, how we deal with one at a time, so that you can have control or master how you deal with stress, so it doesn't feel like one big ball. It feels like a manageable, easier process because you know what you're dealing with. And that's the key to this program. When we know what is the problem, when we go to a doctor and the doctor says, I don't know, and is running tests, doesn't your anxiety and stress level go way up because you don't know what you're dealing with? And then you diagnose it, you feel better because you know there's a solution, but you have to figure out what's the best solution for you. That's what we're doing in this week. So by the end of the week, you can actually do this whole process on your own. We'll probably do a couple of stressors in each area as we go through the week. We want this to be easy. We don't want to add work. It's going to be hopefully a really stress-free process for you. And then you'll be able to walk away and do it on your own. Or you can come to me and I can help you determine how to find the best help for you if you're doing self-help, but we truly support clinical help. And there's plenty in your area. Do not be embarrassed. It's something that everybody should do. Tim, do you want to talk about your experience?
Yeah, look, very quickly. I mean, not only, Tom's friend and colleague, I am somebody who's undergone an intense amount of stress, and it's ironic sometimes the people who are closest to you are the ones that you're least inclined to reach out for help for or from. But I did reach out to Tom, and it was just essentially good fortune for me that one of my colleagues and my dear friends, is a real deep expert in this stuff, but not just an expert, but an empath as well, right? And I think that's, to just kind of stick a bit of a comment your way, Tom, I think that's sort of part of your secret sauce in this whole recipe is you're not only an academic and someone who's really exhaustively studied this topic. You're actually somebody who really gets people and understands how people need to be supported and sort of very kindly led through this process, right? So I completely endorse this experience. I have been through the sort of full immersive version, and you're going to get a sort of a distilled essence of version in the challenge. So this challenge will help you, if you are either yourself or you are supporting someone who is undergoing a period of really abnormal stress, okay, the challenge will help you. And the assets that Tom's prepared that you'll receive as you show up each day, these are practical tools that you can put into use straight away. But I would also really encourage you, as you're going through the challenge, to look at Tom as someone who really does know his stuff. And if you need that extra little bit of support, then Tom is absolutely going to be there to provide that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you said something that I hope to lead people through this process in a kind, gentle way. You know, sometimes you'll see people doing these challenges and they're so wired up and it's so big, and that's not this. Usually if you're stressed, the last thing you need is that wired up. This is going to be calm. It's going to be straightforward. It is going to be kind, and it's going to be methodical. And you'll just have a chance to walk through. You'll have a chance to ask questions. So sign up. Definitely sign up for this. You see the link in the chat. I think we need to put that.
Just quickly on the technical front, the sign up link is in the comments. If you're watching this on YouTube live, Tom, you'll need to add the link directly yourself into your Facebook feed.
Yes.
So, and it's obviously not in the deconstructing stress group, because you only get to be in that group if you've signed up for the course. So that's there. Tom, I sent you the link in the private chat that we have here in the live stream, so you can grab it.
I'm putting it. I'm just 1 second. I'm putting it in my comments. So there it is.
So this launches next week. And yeah, this, like we said, this is our first one. You know, what we're aiming for is a small group, and I think as of today, there's half a dozen people that are signed up. So yeah, come on down if you are enduring stress or you are supporting someone who is. Tom's here to help. This is the purpose of this challenge. 5 days to conquer stress. This will certainly move the dial. I will be there, really, you know, as a sort of a support for whatever's needed, probably technical stuff, but it's really Tom's ball to run with, and it's it'll be a great game to be involved in.
Awesome.
Right.
Yay, next week. So
next week. So we're going to be going live every day this week, just to talk about what you would do on each day. So Tom's mentioned briefly day one. So if you're curious about this, sorry, Tom, go ahead.
What I didn't say is on day one, what we do is I show you how to list your individual and your organizational stress. I give you a sheet to break it out and figure out how to do that.
Oh, I'm just gonna share this one. We don't get to see in this platform who this has come from. It's all discreet, but this is a comment we've just had from someone who's watching this right now, and is obviously looking forward to the course and anticipating, you know, what they're going to receive from it. So thank you for sharing. This is what this is for, and yeah, really privileged to be sitting here a long way away, but across the room from the great man himself, the man in the hat, cat in the hat, who's going to be taking you through.
I love that, the cat in the hat.
So Tom, unless there's anything else you want to add, we can probably bid farewell for today, and we'll be back here again live tomorrow to talk about what we'd be doing in day 2 of the challenge.
Yeah, we need a saxophone exit. Take us out. The cat in the hat, and then.
All right, mate. Well, you could go prepare a saxophone exit for tomorrow. That's on you.
We will be live again, but it's going to be on our 4i page and our YouTube. But we'll be talking about trust and immersing ourselves in trust in the workplace. All right.
We'll be back in just a moment, and then tomorrow we'll be coming back to talk about what you will experience in day 2 of the Deconstructing Stress Challenge.
Yes.
All right. We'll see you all soon.